You've seen them guarding airports, leading the blind, sprinting across battlefields, and curled up at the feet of families who swear there's no better dog on earth. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself why? Why is it that out of nearly 400 recognized dog breeds in the world, the German Shepherd keeps showing up at the top of every list that matters? Why do police departments trust them with their lives? Why do soldiers bring them home as brothers in arms? And why do millions of families pick this one breed over every other option staring back at them from the shelter window? If you've ever owned a German Shepherd, you already know the answer in your bones. And if you haven't, you're about to understand exactly what you've been missing. In the next few minutes, you're going to discover the 5 specific traits that separate German Shepherds from every other dog breed on the planet. So get comfortable because this is the breakdown you didn't know you needed. Number 1, their intelligence operates on a different level entirely. You've probably heard people say their dog is smart. Maybe yours can sit, shake, and roll over. Maybe it knows when the mailman is coming or recognizes the sound of your car pulling into the driveway. That's wonderful, but it's not what we're talking about here. When you bring a German Shepherd into your life, you're not getting a pet that learns tricks. You're getting a thinking partner that learns you. Canine psychologist Stanley Coren ranked the German Shepherd as the 3rd most intelligent breed in the world for working and obedience intelligence. But the numbers behind that ranking are what make your jaw drop. A German Shepherd can learn a brand new command in fewer than 5 repetitions, and they obey known commands on the first try at least 95% of the time. Compare that to the average dog, which often needs 25 to 40 repetitions to grasp something new, and you start to understand why this breed dominates working rules around the world. But here's what statistics can't capture. Your German Shepherd will study you. They'll learn the sound of your alarm clock, the difference between your work shoes and your weekend sneakers, the subtle change in your voice when you're upset. They'll figure out which cabinet holds the treats, how to open certain doors, and how to manipulate you in ways that are genuinely impressive. You won't just be training your dog will be training you right back, and you'll love every minute of it. That kind of intelligence isn't a feature you can find in most breeds. It's the entire reason German Shepherds exist as we know them today. Number 2, their loyalty is unlike anything you've ever experienced. You've heard the word loyalty thrown around so much when people talk about dogs that it's almost lost its meaning. Every breed is loyal, right? Sort of. The truth is that loyalty exists on a spectrum, and German Shepherds operate at a level so far beyond the average that it deserves its own category entirely. When a German Shepherd bonds to you, that bond becomes the central organizing principle of their entire life. They don't just love you, they orient themselves around you. You'll notice it in the small things first, the way they position themselves between you and a stranger without being told, the way they follow you from room to room, not because they're anxious, but because they've decided their job is to know where you are at all times, the way they wait by the door, not for any dog, but for you specifically, and how their entire demeanor shifts the moment they hear your footsteps. This loyalty isn't sentimental fluff either. It's been documented in extraordinary ways. There are stories of German Shepherds traveling hundreds of miles to find owners who moved away. There are countless accounts of these dogs putting themselves between their families and intruders, fires, wild animals, and even moving vehicles. During World War I, a German Shepherd named Rin Tin Tin was rescued from a battlefield and went on to become one of the most famous animals in history. But for every Rin Tin Tin, there are millions of unnamed German Shepherds doing the same thing in living rooms and backyards every day. When you take on this breed, you're not adopting a pet. You're entering into a partnership where the other party will choose you, defend you, and stay with you through everything life throws at both of you. Number 3, their versatility is genuinely unmatched in the canine world. Think about the most demanding jobs a dog could have: police work, military operations, search and rescue in collapsed buildings, guiding people who can't see, detecting bombs, drugs, cancer, and even early signs of seizures, herding livestock across mountain terrain, competing in elite obedience and protection sports, serving as therapy animals in hospitals and schools. Now ask yourself, which single breed shows up at nearly every one of those categories? You already know the answer. The German Shepherd was originally developed in Germany in the late 1800s by a man named Max von Stephanitz, who had a very specific vision. He didn't want to create a pretty dog or a fashionable dog, he wanted to create the ultimate working dog, capable of adapting to whatever humanity needed. And what he produced has exceeded even his wildest expectations. No other breed slides this seamlessly between roles. A Border Collie is brilliant but specialized for herding. A Labrador is wonderful but not built for serious protection work. A Doberman is sharp but lacks the herding heritage. The German Shepherd, however, can be your jobbing partner in the morning, your child's gentle guardian in the afternoon, your home security system at night, and your competition obedience champion on the weekend, all without skipping a beat. When you own one, you'll see this versatility unfold in real time. You can teach them complex agility courses, train them in scent detection as a hobby, take them hiking on serious trails, or just have them lie quietly at your feet during a movie. They adapt their energy to your needs. They read situations and adjust accordingly. You're not getting a one-trick dog, you're getting a Swiss Army knife with fur, and that kind of utility is something you simply cannot find packaged together in any other breed. Number 4. Their protective instinct is precise, not reactive. A lot of breeds are described as protective, but most of the time what people actually mean is that the dog barks at strangers or acts territorial. That's not real protection, that's noise. What German Shepherds offer is something fundamentally different, and once you understand the distinction, you'll never confuse the two again. A well-bred, properly raised German Shepherd has what trainers call discriminative protectiveness. That means they don't react to every stranger, every noise, or every shadow. Instead, they evaluate, they watch, they process. You'll see your German Shepherd allow your friends into the house without a second thought, then suddenly stiffen up and place themselves between you and someone whose energy is off. They pick up on cues that humans miss entirely: body language, tone of voice, micro-expressions, even smells associated with stress or aggression, and they make calculated decisions based on what they observe. This is exactly why police departments and military units across the world rely so heavily on this breed. A reactive dog is dangerous and unpredictable. A discriminating dog is a tool of incredible precision. When you bring a German Shepherd into your home, you're not getting an alarm system that goes off at every leaf blowing by the window. You're getting a guardian with judgment. They'll let your kids' friends roughhouse in the yard without intervening, and they'll stay calm when the delivery driver drops off a package. But the moment something genuinely threatens their family, you'll see a transformation that will leave no doubt in your mind about whose side they're on. That kind of measured, intelligent protection is one of the rarest and most valuable traits in the entire dog world, and the German Shepherd practically owns it. Number 5. Their emotional sensitivity will catch you off guard. This is the one most people don't expect. When you picture a German Shepherd, you probably think of strength, sharpness, and capability. You think of muscle and intensity and that iconic upright ear silhouette. What you might not picture is a dog that will sit beside you when you're crying and rest their head on your knee without making a sound. But that's exactly who they are. German Shepherds are extraordinarily emotionally sensitive, and this often surprises new owners who came in expecting a tough, stoic working dog. The reality is that this breed feels everything. They feel your stress before you even acknowledge it yourself. They feel tension in the household and grow quiet. They feel grief, both yours and their own. They form deep emotional attachments, not just to people, but to other pets, to routines, and even to specific places. When something in their world shifts, they notice and they respond. This emotional depth is part of why they make such phenomenal therapy and service dogs. They can be trained to recognize the early signs of a panic attack, to interrupt self-harming behaviors, to ground a veteran experiencing a flashback, or to simply stay close to a child on the autism spectrum who needs a steady, calming presence. But you don't need a service title to experience this side of them. Every German Shepherd owner has a story about a day they were struggling and their dog just knew. They didn't need to be called over, they didn't need a command, they simply showed up, settled in, and refused to leave until things felt okay again. That kind of emotional intelligence in a dog is rare. In a breed this physically capable and mentally sharp, it's bordering on miraculous. It's the quality that turns a great dog into a once-in-a-lifetime companion, and it's something every German Shepherd owner eventually realizes they cannot live without. These are the 5 qualities that set German Shepherds apart, and together they explain why this breed has earned a place in homes, hearts, and history books like almost no other. If this video helped you see German Shepherds in a new light, or if it just confirmed everything you already knew about the one sleeping at your feet right now, do me a favor, hit that like button so more dog lovers can find this video. Subscribe to the channel because we have a lot more breed deep dives coming and you don't want to miss them. Thank you for watching, take care of that incredible dog of yours, and I'll see you in the next video.